Joe. I'm going to come in and show you what I do for Glenda on Sunday mornings. She takes about, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 medications, plus a vitamin, and then some other calcium and vitamin C. But anyway, I set up her medications. Most of them go in the morning and then the evenings. She takes, I give her 2 Tylenol every day, 3 times a day. And then during her afternoon meds is just 2 different medications. But she was doing it, but she gets the shakes, and she was dropping pills. And if you lose too many pills of some of these medications, when they've already been purchased for the month, they don't allow you anymore unless you want to pay a lot of extra money for them. So I started doing it just to keep from dropping them. And at the time, we was having grandkids come over and didn't want, and a dog. We had a dog. Didn't want the dog eating them. Didn't want the grandkids getting them. So they roll on the floor and you can't find them. So that's why I started doing it. But she wanted me to show you. And then, I don't know if you guys are familiar with concentrators and that kind of stuff, but this is her portable concentrator. We bought this last year. She bought it with her own money. It's a continuous flow, and when you push it on, turn it on and stuff, it'll tell you which level it's on and that kind of stuff. Over here is where the battery's at. Let's see if I can get it out for you. She got 2 batteries. It's in this area here. You gotta push up on this little button and pull it out. I can't get it out one-handed right now, but we got this one and another one. We got a charger for it. But it's a what they call a continuous flow. Her other one that we got from the company she gets her air supplies, it's what they call a pulse. And we've had it for several years. But it's based on when you take a breath, that's when it works for you. That's when you get your oxygen. But if you're talking and that kind of stuff, it just it's hard to get your breath. So they wasn't, the company we deal with, they wasn't really willing to get us anything different. They didn't have a continuous rate one. So she bought it herself. And then we run a 50-foot hose around here. And it does get tangled up. We're always straightening it out. Then in here, turn the light on, we have a battery backup on it. This is what a concentrator looks like. You've probably seen them elsewhere, possibly hospitals, or maybe know somebody that's got COPD and they're on oxygen. But down here is the level that you run it on. It goes from 1 on up to 5, I believe. And then this bottle here, we have a towel wrapped around it because sometimes she'll get the pulling on it. and it'll crack the bottle. We've had that happen a couple of times, but the air comes out of this hose right here, and it goes up through this bottle, through water, and then it goes through a hose, which there's water in the bottle, and I fill it, every 2 days or so. And it's you can only fill it so full, otherwise if you get it too full, then it gives her too much water in the hose. And what it does is it keeps it it's a humidifier bottle. It's so that she don't get such a dry air and get bloody noses and that kind of stuff. But I don't know what else to tell you. That's kind of what I do for her. I kind of keep things there, and there is like a vent on the back here that you have to kind of keep clean. This area right here, brush it out with a broom or something every so often. And this has to be away from the wall. They recommend 6 inches or more. That way it can get airflow. But it brings air into it, and then it filters it and goes through this hose. So there's maintenance on that. Got to change hose every so many months or whatever. Every Monday this is her CPAP. It helps her sleep. But every Monday I'll wash this out, and I'll take her hose off and I'll wash it along with it. Let it soak in I soak it in ivory soapy water. And then after about 20 minutes to half an hour, I'll bring it in here, and every night I put water in this. That way it has water in her humidifier, because this is a humidifier for her CPAP. But every Monday I do that. In here are there's 2 filters here that you clean. This one here I can clean with soap and water. This one here we order through a company that supplies the CPAP materials. But every Monday I'll clean it for her, and then after it's soaked for 20 minutes to half an hour, then without any water in this, I'll put it back together, and then you got to turn it on and let it dry that hose out. And that usually takes about a half an hour. So there's some upkeep dealing with someone that's got COPD. But I don't know what else to tell you. Something I forgot to tell you is the concentrator. That battery backup don't last for maybe 20 minutes to half an hour, and it beeps and buzzes, about drives you nuts. So whenever the power goes off, I will start her generator, and I will hook that up so that she has continuous flow. We can use the portable for it only lasts about 4 hours. After that, we're done. So we have to have a generator to keep her going, or else take her down someplace where there is electricity. But that's the reason we bought the generator, was so that when the power did go out, we could go ahead and get her hooked up. Keep her air flowing.
We learned our lesson on that.
Yeah.
2 or 3 years ago, we spent the night in the car with
2018.
Yeah. Spent the night in the car with the electricity was out in the house all night long.
We had a charger for her concentrator.
Yeah. The portable one, which was the old
Pulse type.
Pulse type, yeah. But we ended up going down to the fire hall the next morning and I finally got some sleep. But he went and got a generator. That was the end of that worry. Okay. Thank you, hon. Okay. I probably look like heck, so you might have seen me. I have done, I don't know what I did to my back, but these things happen. But anyway, it's been making it a little hard to breathe and do stuff, especially with my right arm, which is dominant. So I asked him if he would do this, and he did, thank goodness. Thank Joe for doing this, and thank you for sticking with us. And no, it's not fun living with COPD, but we keep going. A lot of times I'm not able to do a lot of cleaning with the equipment because my lower back just won't let me. It gets unbearable. So thank you. That's it for today. We'll see you tomorrow. Let's see, tomorrow's Wednesday. We'll be doing it short. So, good night.